Hello there, welcome to another episode of All the Mods 10. I got in my hand here a Divine Pact. What do I have a Divine Pact for in my hand? Well, that's because I want to make the automatic Hephaestus Forge. This is going to help us automate, you guessed it, Modularium, which we will need to automate. So we, oh, mic with my face, that was cool. Which we'll need to automate all that so we can automate everything else from modular machinery. Because as expensive as it is, as we discovered in a couple episodes ago at this point, it's going to really help us when it comes to endgame in this pack. So definitely something we need to look forward to. So as you can see here, the recipe for an automatic Hephaestus Forge is everything we already have pretty much all of this, or can easily make it. The only thing I had to do was get a Divine Pact, which is another thing you have to find from a what you call it, like a what do you call it? The like a chest, a dungeon chest, and then um, what else do we need? We need another tier 5 forge. I'm not gonna craft that. Go through and craft that again. We already did that once, and then we already have recipes pretty much for everything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft another tier 5 forge. Almost done. Any moment now. There we go. Another tier 5 Hephaestus forge. Then we have our one from before. And now we should be able to, in theory, make this. It just needs 2,500 experience, 5,000 blood, 100 souls, 5,000 Oriel. We'll just, I don't know, maybe give it blood and then supply it with some of the souls we've been stacking up. And then also some of the Oreo we have that I made. How much more of this can I make? Can I make another 1,000? Oh, I can't. Make a lot. I don't realize how much we stacked up. Okay, I have all the materials together here. I think the forge goes in the middle. No, it does not. I'm already wrong. That goes in the middle, and then all the rest of the stuff in the hotbar. I think it goes like this, and then these two here, these two here, logic controllers here and here, and like not there, buddy. Here. There we go. And now we should make the automatic Hephaestus Forge. Well, the controller for it at least. And bada bing, bada boom. Automatic Hephaestus Forge in our inventory. Now I think I want to make a special room just for our like modular machinery machines. Just because I think they'll be getting used a lot for sure. They'll take up a lot of space. I don't want to put them in here because when we come back to finish out modern industrialization, we'll probably take out the rest of this space. And then if we need more power, I'm just going to use like turbines and more reactors to make power in this space I made down here. I think that should be good. So I think what I'll do is I'll just come over here and make a space in one of these wings. Maybe this one. And we'll just put all our machines there. All our modular machines. And drum roll, please, for the new area for all of our modular machines. Are you giving me a drum roll? Please do. And boom. Oh. I didn't put the room there, did I? Nope. I decided to not put the room there. I decided we're taking up too much horizontal space and not taking advantage of verticality. So we are now taking advantage of verticality. So where, oh where, is the new room? I don't see anything here. But I do see an elevator block that's been here the whole time. I wonder what's down here. Huh. Seems like a new place. Oh. Okay. Oh, damn it. Yeah, so here's the new room for all of our multi-blocks. They'll all go in here. Busted into a cave. And I decided to take advantage of it a little bit to make the room not as boring. And then down here is kind of where all our modular machines will go. And then up here is going to be kind of like a trophy slash accomplishments area, I think. Because ultimately we'll be crafting all the mod star in this room with the machine. So I thought I'd just put trophies that we have here. Over here we'll have armor sets that we can craft. Or at least the ones I care to craft at least. And then just, Twilight Forest trophies, things of that nature. And yeah. So now we can go ahead and build our automatic Hephaestus Forge here. Or I would say that if we could build it right now. If you go ahead and hit shift on your multi-block like controller, I guess, it'll tell you a list of everything you need. And one thing I did notice is we're going to need another tier 5 Hephaestus forge. So in total, you'll need 3 of these bad boys. One to craft this forge in the first place, like this controller, and you'll need another one to put on the forge. And you can either, maybe we don't need to craft another one. Maybe we get all the other parts together and then remove our forge from where it's at now and put it in here. We'll probably end up doing that actually, now that I think about it. But we have the ability to make everything else in this list except for the vents. And if we look over here, I have it bookmarked. The machine vent takes in some pneumaticraft stuff. Unfortunately, I will say pneumaticraft is not my favorite mod. It's not bad. It's just not my cup of tea, I guess. I don't know what it is about it. It's just not my jam. So we'll come over here and do a quick pit stop before building that multi-block and get into some pneumaticraft. Luckily, it's not like far into pneumaticraft at all. It really just takes pressure pipes, which really just take compressed iron. And since I want to automate everything around multi-block machinery kind of stuff, I am going to get into this so that we can like auto craft it. Otherwise, I would just take like a 5 stacks of iron and blow them up with TNT. But we will get into Matic Crafts here. It'll be a quick in and out adventure, real quick. So we're gonna need pressure chamber walls, valves, interfaces, and glass. We can make a 3x3 or a 4x4 or a 5x5. We're going with a 3x3 just because right now it just seems like we're not gonna need that much of pneumatic craft materials. So we might as well make a 3x3. So, in order to make a pressure wall, you need reinforced bricks. To make a reinforced bricks, you need reinforced stone. To make reinforced stone, you need stone surrounded by compressed iron. So we are going to have to, at some points, actually, what is this? I'm just now noticing there's a compressed iron essence, and it seems to be a tier 4 seed. So we actually need compressed iron blocks. So what I am going to do actually is right now, I think all I'll do is go ahead and blow up a lot of iron. Because it's not like we're slacking on iron. We got a couple mil just hanging around. And can I craft TNT? No. So I'll go ahead and teach this amount of craft TNT here. TNT. And then we'll put it in our system. I saw a comment the other day. I'm still recording, like, I'm thinking I'm like 2 days ahead at this point. So I saw someone's comment. Thank you for suggesting adding the access terminal to my wireless thing. Now I can do it all from my wireless and don't really need this at all anymore, to be honest. But yeah, so now I can do that. And okay, so let's go ahead and grab like 10 TNT for now. Go ahead and grab a button. And do we have an angel block? We sure do. I would rather not do this in the base. So what we're going to go ahead and do is place our... Okay, maybe it's just not going to let me place it on the angel block itself. We'll do that, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do this, and then we will turn our magnet off, and we'll come like right here and just Control Shift Q. There it is. Why am I picking it up? Did I not? I turned it off. Go away, magnet. Control Shift. Oh, damn it. All right, Control Shift Q. Okay. We'll lose 20% of it, but I don't care. There we go. Magnet on, and now we have some compressed iron. Just a little bit. Probably should have done this on obsidian, but I honestly don't care. Also, I noticed while building that room, I use obsidian because it's purple, and I like purple. And just kind of fit a little bit. But I also noticed we don't really have a thing for obsidian. We used to, but I don't think it works anymore. I'll have to go check it right now, actually. Oh no, it's working again. I just, an update made it like not realize it was supposed to work or something. I'm not sure. Which means it should happen for our stone as well. If I just do this. Or if I just remove it for a second. Yeah, okay. But it seemed to happen with one of the updates. So now it's working again, which is fine. Okay. Never mind. Problem solved. In order to make these seeds, we'll need compressed iron blocks. So we'll need 9 blocks times 4. That's what, 36 blocks in total? Easy. There's 36 blocks with lots left over. And here's our compressed blocks. And with the last little thing here, we should be able to get some compressed iron seeds. I don't think we'll need that much compressed iron. Like, we'll need to build up a little bit of a back supply. Oh, game. Hello? There we go. Okay. A little bit of a lag spike. I thought about getting a server for this, but then I saw server prices, and for what we need, what we would need to actually smoothly run this pack, it'd be like hundreds of dollars. I think the cheapest I could get it was like a little over $600 a year, so I don't make any money off this stuff, so that's not happening. And the compressed iron is starting to roll in, so what we're going to do here is I'll kind of show you guys what I usually do with new essences and stuff. We'll get the recipe for compressed iron, we can encode it, and then we come down to our quantum crafter, and I'll pretty much just do this and just turn it on. That way it'll just constantly craft compressed iron whenever it can, because the essence itself is only used for that, so there's no reason to store it in the system. It turns 8 into 6, so you actually free up a little space in the system as well. Not that it really matters that much. And since we have compressed iron like this now, we no longer need to set up a pneumatic craft setup yet. I think we will later in the pack with all the mod star, but for now, I'm not going to worry about it. So now we can go ahead and make this machine vent stuff, which should be pretty easy. I know I said I don't need to like use a terminal, but I'm just in such the habit of doing it now that it just happens. So now we got the air gates. Yeah, so this should be good at this point. Go ahead and dump those in. And then we should be able to craft that. Oop. Not craft it yet, but request it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and like encode pretty much in all the input hatches and everything and see what else we need, because I think at this point we should be good. It's also worth noting that if you're going through this process yourself, at this point in the pack, if you have the resources, I would just ignore the normal and tiny versions, because those aren't used to craft up past reinforced. I would start off with reinforced, because then the reinforced is then used to craft up to like the ultimate tiers. So if you can, I would just start with the reinforced. Like you see here, it doesn't take anything from the previous tier. It doesn't take like the normal energy input hatch, whereas like the ultimate, you need the ludicrous, the huge, the big, the reinforced, and then the reinforced doesn't need anything below it. So we'll start off with reinforced everything for now, and then go up from there probably. It's also worth noting, it looks like there's no recipe for the experience input hatch. Let's see if there is for the smaller ones. No, it doesn't seem like there is. Yep. Okay, so I have everything encoded. We're all good to go. The only thing we need to do now is really just get a lot of modularium just for now, because I have to manually do it. So we'll just need it'll just take a lot of manual repetition until we can get it automated, which is unfortunate. I'm trying to think if there's any way to automate it right now. There probably is with like laser IO or something, but I might do that because I'll scrap it real soon anyway. Okay, quick and dirty setup here with laser IO. Let's see if it works. I was worried because I didn't see the lines going down to it, so I don't think you can interface with them like that. Unfortunately, let's see if you can interface with the side. Nope, no line. Damn it. Modular routers is also a no. Aha, but the simple clicker from Just Dire Things will do the trick. But we needed to like blacklist and whitelist, so we got to use the more advanced ones. Except it won't insert it into the middle, and we already ruled out the fact of... Actually, let's see here. Can I sender it? I can't sender it. Laser IO won't work. So it doesn't seem to really be a way to automate this without using the this thing. That's probably by design. Okay, so that's made 3 stacks. I'm getting bored. So we're going to move on from 3 stacks here and then see how we can turn this into modularium plates automatically. So you have 2 choices. You can either use a metal press from Immersive Engineering, which is definitely an option. It's just not very quick. unless you do multiple, and that's a whole setup. You know, on multi-blocks. So I kind of want to look into the electric compressor since we are into modern industrialization at this point. This is definitely an option for us, I think. So I think for electric compressors, we pretty much have everything we would need. So if we go ahead and just, we'll need to, how many circuits do we have? We have 63 circuits for now. So I'm going to go ahead and uh, stop the requester for now. And then I'll just go ahead and cancel this request just for now. So we can go ahead and get everything else spinning up here and start the request for all that. Because it'll take a minute because, again, it's modern industrialization here. We are talking about that stuff. So pistons, I'll go ahead and teach system how to make pistons, I guess. So if we come in here and teach system how to make pistons, and then put it in our crafter here, and then we want 4 pistons. So if we go ahead and request the 4 pistons, we should be good, and then we'll see how fast that turns them into plates. Not sure if we'll use it yet or not, but gotta test it out and see. And then debating on how quickly this compressor turns. Oh my. Wait. Okay, so I was depending on how fast like the compressor is an upgrade over steel, we'll just replace the steel. But I forgot that this compressor is the one that's making the plates, so we'll just replace it anyway, because there's no way it's slower, right? There's no way it's slower. So than a steel compressor. So we'll at least use it, whether we decide to go with it or not for the modular plates, to be seen. And now we have 1 electric compressor. Wrong way. So let's come over here and actually let's Super Factory Manager. Let's pull this bad boy out and then here's labeled machine. That was a really bad decision on my part to label them machines, but you know, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get at least you're just a machine, so I can just do. Where's machine? I thought this was there. It is. Okay. So we'll undo you. Pick you up. I'll put you down. Label you as an electric machine. Do I need to label you as a machine also? No, just electric. Okay. Pushed. Now you should have power. You do have power. And if I were to say, I don't know, give you some modularium. Oh, this is so much faster. And I would say this is pretty close to the speed of a metal press. Because usually it has one on the belt before one's finished. So, I mean, it's much faster. So we're absolutely keeping this. And I'll probably upgrade the rest of these machines to electric as well. Because this is insane how much faster this is. That's great. So we can go ahead and add our little thing here for that. Put those in the system. And then over time, I'll just upgrade all these to electric. And then we just get rid of the boilers altogether, honestly. Never mind. Once the efficiency gets up there, this thing is much faster than a immersive engineering press. So now we can actually go ahead and start crafting everything for this. Yeah, I'll go through and craft everything. It's all your run-of-the-mill stuff, polished dark stone, things we have auto crafting now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything together. If there is something that's like weird or out of the ordinary, I'll bring you guys back in. But this looks, for the most part, pretty standard. Instantly, as soon as I finish that recording, that little clip, I realized that machine casings are a little weird. So we do need to find a way to automate these because I am not handcrafting these stupid fucking Sentient Ender things. So yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to automate this because whenever I do try to automate it, it says our system never has the filled soul vials with witches, which is a lie. I have lots of them, but I think it's something to do with NBT data, so we'll have to do something about that. And we have this little room here, so I'm gonna automate collecting witches. To get a soul, let's see, a witch soul jar. Yeah, so filled with soul jar. So we need a soul vial or soul jar? What is this? There's tiki torches? Oh my god. So let's see. We need to teach system how to make soul vials actually, and these are hopefully easy. Oh my god, can I get my shit together, please? So yeah, we can make all of it. That's fine. So there's that. We can put that in the system. There you go, right next to the clay. So we will do that, and then we should actually probably, yeah, I'm gonna put it in the requester as well. So let's see here. Go ahead and make another one. It's still in there, which is nice. Put it in here, and let's set it so we have a stack on hand at all times. And that way we can get those and never run out of them. And then we need a spawner with witches in here. Luckily, do we have any swabs with the witches on them right now? Probably not. Nope. All right, so let's make a swab and get a witch spawner in this little room right here. Now that I'm thinking about it, though, I don't think we need it. So if we bring in the just dire things once more and we get a advanced clicker, let's see what we're working with on range here. Render area, and if we just okay, this will work. This will work. Yeah, we no longer need the swab actually. Actually, I changed my mind. We are definitely gonna put it somewhere else. Shit, we just lost it. God damn. Oh, I forgot about that. There's another advanced clicker. I don't want to put it over here because then they'll start grabbing all the other mobs, and I just want witches. So actually, never mind. We are gonna use that small room. And here we go. Here's our setup from the back. Yeah, I don't think I showed you guys the witch setup at all. So what we have here is just this very small subnet that has access to the power in the ME system. From there, we're just extracting it into this energy cube so that these pipes can get access to it. So we have energy source here. We have a export bus that's going to be exporting soul vials, empty soul vials to be exact. So then we should just be able to put those into there, and then we have a advanced clicker here set to right click. Probably want some accelerator cards on here just because I am a big fan of the accelerator cards. Oh, I did not mean to put all four, but that's fine. So we should. I thought I told the system craft soul vials. I'll look into it later. But anyway, it's powered, and then we're extracting out the bottom, and we're whitelisting soul vials. I'm not sure we actually need to whitelist, since that's the input, and it'll be the output there. So let's see if do we need that. All right, move this. We'll start. Okay, it will. All right, so we do need to specify that I want to whitelist the soul vials, so it won't take out the empty. I want the witch one, so it won't take out the empty ones. Okay. Yeah, there's that. And then out here we have a very basic witch spawner, which isn't completely set up yet, but this I didn't put any like upgrades on it. I said, you know, it ignores conditions that, and then we need another star as well, so it'll work when I'm not standing next to it. All that. I might decrease the spawn count here a little bit because we don't want that many in here at all times. Like this is just to get soul vials. And I'll come turn it off whenever we don't need it probably, but still. So yeah. That's set up for now. I'll encase this in glass and be able to turn it on and off, and then we should be good. Time for the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and flip the switch here. That should turn the spawner on, I think. And then move glass. Yeah, it should definitely be spawning. Ignores conditions and everything. I always hate how long it takes a while to spin up at first sometimes. I don't know why. Alright, so we have witches out in front here. The only problem now is seems to be I don't know where our stuff is. So I want you to render the area. I don't know where you there we go. So there's that. That's that way. That's that way. I want you to be up here. And then just go there. Go there. Then you should be right clicking every tick. Why aren't you working? I think it's because I have it set to target blocks, but now we target hostile. And that seems to do what did I pick up? Oh, I just picked up all the soul vials. So that's weird. So it seems to be putting them somewhere, like dropping them maybe. If I turn the magnet off for a second, let's see what happens now. So it turns into a soul vial here, but it doesn't go into the output section. Hmm. Weird behavior. I think the thing that makes it extra weird is the fact that before this, whitelist was pulling this out. Base ID Minecraft. Let's see if I can see what liquid operation. I'm gonna look to see if I can figure this out. I also remember the soul vial needs to go in the requester, not the other thing, and that's because it needs to go in the requester because we don't have all the materials for that for the soul vial on hand at all times. So it needs to go in the requester. I always mix it up. Okay, so everything should be ironed out at this point. I think I changed the NBT data on this, so now it's just filled soul vial. And if you check it out here, we have it set to filled soul vial, and I removed all the NBT data out of here. So hopefully that fixes our issue. We go ahead and just for a second close it up. Turn the witches back on. Hopefully they should get turned into souls, into like soul vial, and then the one thing will get taken out. Hopefully. So it still seems to not work. It seems, well, it partially works. So now, since we'll have enough in here at all times, it seems it's just dropping these on the ground instead of putting in the inventory. Notice how it never goes in and then it'll pop up in inventory. What this basically means is that we need to go ahead and, I guess, just remove this part of it. And then we can get a, let's see, do we have a vacuum hopper by chance? Hopper. So we have an absorption hopper that works. And then we'll just output, what is this? South. I was looking the complete wrong way. So output items to the south, and this way anything that drops should get, yep, working already. I saw it. Yeah, there we go. Now this setup works. You just won't be able to pull out of the bottom with this, so we do absorption hopper it. And probably go ahead and grab the glass. And then why is that color? It should be purple. Oh, I forgot to cover up the inside. And I'll pick these up while I'm standing here. And that's just because my magnet is really strong on my armor and it'll beat pretty much anything else. But yeah, there we go. Automated soul. Which souls? I can't talk today. I don't know what's going on. The one pitfall of this setup that I'm noticing is that these soul vials are not stacking for whatever reason. Like even if they have the same amount of health, they don't stack. So that's going to take up different kinds of types very quickly in our system. So we're going to turn that off for now and fix that little problem. And here we go. Our problem has been solved. So what I basically did was ran cable from our little subnet right behind this wall here over the top and down. And I went ahead and put a level emitter here. And this essentially says that, hey, whenever we have 32 or more filled soul vials with witches in them in the system, go ahead and shut this off. So it won't emit a redstone signal. And then when we drop below 32, it'll turn back on. So we have quite a few soul jars in the system at this point, so I'm not really sure how we're gonna get them all out. But if I were to go ahead and like start removing all of these, it'll turn back on. See? Because now we have less than 32 in the system. So it's like, hey, turn the spawner back on, because now the spawner is waiting for a redstone signal. So now that we have less than 32, it'll do it. And then if I go ahead and put them all back in, it'll turn back off. Very nice. Oh, I will mention it's also very important that you have the fuzzy card installed on this. Otherwise, it will not work as intended. One other thing I noticed I don't need to do is really just I don't even need to put the soul vial in there. We just grab a crafting card and put it in our export bus over here. No need to take up space in the requester, honestly. because I don't think we'll need soul vials for anything else, so I'm not really that worried about it. We're gonna put the crafting card in here, so until it can fill up this entire thing, it'll stop requesting the crafts. But yeah, there we go. Completely autonomous witch soul vial acquirer thing. I don't know. And since the ME system is having a really tough time, like if I request this, it'll say we're missing a filled soul vial, which we're absolutely not. It does seem to be some kind of weird NBT data type deal. So here's how I'm going to fix this, honestly, is we're just going to kind of make some room back here. And instead of having the extended, we'll put the extended pattern provider there, I guess. And then we can, I'm going to think about this for a second. So I've once again solved the soul vial jar with the good old fuzzy card upgrade. That seems to be our saving grace here with the system. And then I went ahead and just put the pattern here. And then it should actually, what I'm going to do here is just get rid of that pattern. We'll open up our pattern thing here. And then we'll say to make this, all you actually need is just an ender resonator. And we'll get 2 of these things back. Since we're already since the ingredients for this will already be here, I don't want to request it because then it's still going to leave us in the same spot of, oh hey, you don't have this in stock, which we will. So get around that. Yeah, I'll put this here, and then it'll output. If I request a sentient enderhead now, we should just get a enderhead here, and then it'll be ready for us to use in this machine right here. I have finally automated the sentient enderheads, and I'll let you guys take one guess as to what mod is integral to this. You can kind of see it right there. So this was a little bit harder than I thought it would be to automate sentient enderheads. Whether or not I went overboard or not, I don't care. It's completely automated, and I'm very happy with it. Is it more complicated than it needs to be? Probably. But oh well. So back here is our automation setup. And I have a pattern provider here that just sends 1 sentient enderhead. Well, not sends 1 sentient enderhead. It sends 1 ender resonator into this drawer here. At least it depends on how many we need to craft. But yeah, so, and then we have our oak chest here that's constantly exporting all kinds of any soul vials, any filled soul vials with witches that we have are going to all come into this chest. Which basically means all of our soul vials will always be sitting here. And then if we search our system, we still have more in the system. We should have about 32 in the system. And then whenever we have less than 32, that spawner downstairs will kick on and we'll start refilling our stock. But this is kind of like our buffer right here. Well, actually, our buffer is really our system, to be honest. But yeah, so then we have some XP juice from Ender.io. You have to use that variant. You have to use XP juice from Ender.io. And the only way to get that is to put bottles of enchanting in here. And then I'm exporting from our system, bottle of enchanting. I'll go back downstairs to show you how I automated that. We were basically already doing it before, but I made a few changes to it so we can automate this process. And then any bottles that are out here are just getting trashed because we're constantly getting more from the witch spawner. Not the one that we're getting souls from, but the fucking spawner over there, Jesus Christ. So I'm just trashing the bottles because I don't want to use more channels. We're already like, this is connected to stuff back there and we're already tight on channels, so I just decided to trash them. And then here's our import chest, so all of our outputted items get put into here. It looks like you didn't recognize that you got the ender head, which is concerning. So the sentient ender with which it doesn't seem to recognize that we have it, which is fine. But I'll continue going through with what we have here. And then we also have our export chest, like I said, and I wrote a little program here with Super Factory Manager, and we'll go in and look at it. It's very easy, very short and sweet. So every 20 ticks, I'm checking to see if our head supply, which is this right here, has greater than 0 enders, ender asterisk. So if it has any ender resonators in here, it will emit, it'll go through basically. So every 20 ticks, we check to see if there's anything in that drawer. If there is something in that drawer, then we do all this. We take from that supply, we put that into the soul binder. We take one from the witch supply, so one of the soul vials from the witch supply, and then we put it in the soul binder. And then we take fluid from our XP juice, and then we put the XP juice into the soul binder, and then it'll craft up there. And then every 20 ticks, we just pull in your results that are in there already, and we will take it from the soul binder and then put it through our export chest, and it will go in the system. So one reason I had to wait and check to see if there was any ender heads in here, or ender resonators or whatever are in here. Otherwise, this program will just keep running every 20 ticks, and then it would just be filled with the soul vials, and that's no bueno, because then we wouldn't be able to craft anything. So if I go ahead and let's request 10. Oh my god, we're out of soul soil. That's embarrassing. What? You don't need soul vials though. So who the frick needs soul vials? Oh, you know what? You don't need soul vials. Who needs soul vials? You don't need it. I'll have to see who's needing soul vials, quote unquote, because that should just be false. So can I request one? So I'm really confused to where this empty soul vial needs to be crafted. I think there might be something wrong with the pattern. Yeah, I think this pattern is just really weird. Let's go ahead and clear it. And then let's redo it, I guess. So Enderman head, forget about that. Ender resonator. And then let's just forget that it produces a soul vial. And then we'll put it in here. And then if I request a Sentient Ender. Yeah, that's really weird. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, so let's go ahead and stop that. And let's request, not 100. Let's go ahead and request 10. Oh, I forgot we're missing soul. Wait. If I do that, we're missing soul soil just because. I'll find out what that's about later. But we'll request 1 for now. You'll see it puts 1 here. It gets extracted because there was 1 and the program sees it. We craft it. It does that. It pulls it out. And then for some reason, the system doesn't seem to recognize that we got 1. Because we did have 3 and now we have 4. So I'll have to get something figured out about that. All right, so I put a cable up here next to the pattern provider. Let's see if that does it. So if I request another one, it'll craft. Eventually, once it does craft, it'll get pulled into the system. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're getting more. It's just not recognizing that the craft is done. Oh, I don't know what it is about this craft specifically, but AE Platinum Logistics hates it. But since we can go ahead and just use the pattern provider here, I'm just going to get rid of this channel here. Free up a little bit more space. And that should be good. And then make sure I just clear this. Nope. Oh, I did something bad. We just, clear that just for now. Don't want to make it look for things or things that aren't there. So yeah, this setup works. We just need to figure out why it doesn't recognize the craft is done. So about the XP bottles I said I would explain, I will explain them now. Over here, this setup's been here for ever since the forge has been here. But we did have a drawer sitting here, so now we just have an import chest that just, a dimensional chest. I'll just import it straight to the system. And essentially, what we're doing is we have a redstone here, so a level emitter for bottles of enchanting. So if we ever have more than 10,000 in the system, if we ever have less than 10,000 in the system, this will turn on. And then once it turns on, it gives this pipe, which is waiting for a redstone signal, a reason to turn this back on. So then it'll start extracting, it'll start bottling until we have more 10,000 or more bottles of enchanting in our system. And this XP fluid, again, is coming from a mob farm, so we'll never run out. And essentially, yeah, so that's how we keep our bottles of enchanting, like 10,000 or less. Not that I'm worried about like using all of our XP fluid because we have unholy amounts, but I just don't want that many bottles of enchanting in the system. And we already have quite a bit just because I had to pull some out from other places. So, yep, that's how we're doing that. And that's how this thing is now fully automated. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on. I've tried to use interfaces, importers, shoving it back in the pattern provider. I just can't figure out how to get the system to ignore the MBT data. So the only solution I have for now, you guys in the comments let me know if I'm being stupid. I probably am. But the only solution I have for now is like bulk craft them. And so it only takes up one CPU. And once it's done crafting all of them, like it is about to be in 2 seconds. So now that it's done and it's crafted all of them, I can just go ahead and hit cancel, and that'll wipe the CPU. That's one thing I can think to do now. So, yep. Well, that does now mean after that big detour, a lot bigger than I thought it'd be, that we can now autocraft pretty much everything we need for this. And that's what we're about to do. Watching all these plate recipes reset definitely means that we for sure, they all need to get their own compressor. And then I also need to get the overdrive module. I think because I think the overdrive module says that it won't lose its overclock ever. Even when we don't have crafting, so we need to look into that in the future. Actually, now that I thought about it, I'll just do it between episodes, between this one and the next one. And then we also need the arcane crystal blocks, and if everything was told is right, there we go. So it's just arcane polished darkstone, 2 arcane crystal blocks, the moon beater dust, and right click. Very nice. While I'm waiting though, I did to craft this up. We have to craft up a couple of gearboxes, and that takes more sentient heads, and that's taking other stuff because these alloy smelters are so slow, dude. Oh my god, they are slow. But yeah, anyway, I want to replace these two so that they never break. So the only option for shears, unfortunately for Unbreakable, is the Supremium shears, which is just they're Supremium shears. You can look at it if you want. I'm gonna go ahead and craft those. We have enough essence, I think, in this system. Yeah, we got a little bit. It's good enough. And after much tedious crafting, here are the Supremium shears. And then for the axe, I'll just make an all the Modium axe. And there we go, tools that will never break. All of our bees have little Santa heads. I love it. Okay, in theory, this should be everything we need. So if we go down to our new area and put this somewhere, where will you live? Well, how big are you? We get at the machine blueprints. You need to be up a couple blocks. But other than that, I can put you like right here. So I can move you over 2 and up 1 maybe. Let's grab some cobblestone. And go over 1, 2, up 1. I'll just go up 2 just to be safe, and we'll see. We'll just do this and then this. And go down 1. Okay, I see. So here you shall live, and then I should have everything on the list. Except the... Looks like I need the arcane polished darkstone that I don't have. So the... oh, I need 2 more of these, I think. 1, 2. And then we need the tier 5 forge. I'll go grab that. Okay, I should have everything in my inventory now. And if I go ahead and click this, it'll go ahead and build itself. Tried to place darkstone and Y, but couldn't find the item for now. Polished darkstone. So I was missing something. But what was it? You're missing more polished. What are you missing? Polished, darkstone, polished. So you're missing a lot of that for some reason. I think I have to go through and place the hatches because it didn't place them. Or maybe it placed some of them, maybe? I for sure had more hatches than this. Or they're all down there. Alright, maybe I think some of these get changed out, I think is what's happening here. So we have some chilled darkstone left over, and I'm not sure where it's supposed to go. If I had to guess, I wouldn't be able to. So I think here? No. Maybe? I don't know. It's being really weird with how I placed it. Yeah, so we're missing a block there, a block there, a block there. And it looks like under a lot of these, I'm really confused. I'm assuming it wants the same kind of setup as here, so I'm just going to try and see if this works or not. Huzzah! I was right. Yeah, I don't know how I have for this left over or that or whatever. Maybe there's some kind of count wrong in the description, or maybe I just misread, which is probably more accurate. But yes, now we have status no matching recipe found, which means this is a valid structure. I'm just gonna make it look a little bit better. I'm gonna fix the stairs. And I think if can I replace these? It should be like too tall, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna fix those. I fix the stairs. There we go. Much better. Looks more fancy now. All right, you can go ahead and consider this episode completed. Next episode, we will probably automate. By probably, I mean we definitely will automate the creation of the materials needed for the Hephaestus forge. And by that, I mean if you look up the automatic Hephaestus forge, look at the recipes, wanting to automate liquid Oreo, liquid souls, liquid blood, and XP fluid. XP fluid will be super easy. Oreo will be super easy. And I think souls will be pretty easy too. The blood's the only thing we might have to work a little bit for, but it's not going to be too hard. I have a game plan for that. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time.